Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Veni, Vidi, Vici. I am Bridger, and today we are continuing our proud struggle against the Ptolemaic Empire. We still don't own these provinces outright, so we'll have to negotiate for those, the Paphlagonian provinces. The ones that are worth victory points for us, legacy points, during the actual discussions of peace. But for now, we have to continue our grab of Aegyptus Inferior. We want that whole province. We actually don't really care too much about these provinces. They don't generate that much legacy. Yeah, these ones down here. This one only generates one. No, it's generating 2 per turn. Oh, the one is culture, duh. So, we don't care too much about these. These ones, however... Now that's interesting, right? Oh, a drugs emporium. Yikes. Produces drugs. Yeah, that is something that's rare. So, now I'm having a hard time understanding the coloring here. Legacies, it's striped means there's a world wonder there. We knew that, but like, here's this light green area that's producing 1 legacy per turn. Here's a light green area that's producing 1 legacy per turn. Here's a slightly darker green that's producing 2 per turn. Okay, that all checks out. Here's a slightly darker green. However, it's only producing 1 legacy per turn. Is that because... No, it doesn't have a world wonder. Maybe it's just a... It's supposed to be 1 color dark green. Okay, all that is fine. But then what is the red? Red is producing 3 per turn. Is that true of these areas? No, this is only producing 2 per turn. So why does it say it's producing 3? I wonder if red means it's above 10,000 culture. Which in... the case of a tier 2 empire would be +3 because the Ptolemaics are a tier 2 empire. I remember that culture generation limit actually went up when I jumped to a tier 3. I'm fairly certain that was the cause. Alright, well that's good to know. We still don't... Oh, I forgot we had... What do we have up here that was a world wonder? The old gnarled tree. Doesn't have any legacy, just some culture. A sign of the old days. Huh. That's cool. So, even though we have some areas specifically designed to produce, like, culture in these areas, like you can see, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these areas are specialized in culture, but they have not yet reached that 15,000 threshold. Looks like this one will within the next 10 turns. I wonder if there are others that are also getting along that line. Not exactly, but we're getting close. So, we could possibly see a bunch of these green areas suddenly spring into extra action when it comes to legacy. This one... Ew. 33 legacy only. This one could definitely use a little bit more oomph. Oomph, 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 so to speak. And these light green areas, they only need to get to 5,000, but it's going to take them a while because the... wait, are these... There's a slave? I think that's... the same productivity, so I think that's actually just a naming incorrectness. That is not actually a slave. Anyway, there's a chance we'll see these get to 5,000 sometime in the next, I don't know, 20 turns. Some of them. Because as they convert to italic citizens, they'll become much more productive in the cultural space, and a bunch of them we're building some cultural buildings in. These areas up here haven't even gotten to 1,000 yet, and that's an even lower bar, but they are also further backward in that sense. So it's going to take them a while to ramp up productivity and buildings. So speaking of that, loyalty bonus tavern, that's good. But this area's got good infrastructure. So yeah, the tavern's a good place to start. All right. So let's take a look at our military situation. These guys are building limes, or rather a Roman camp. Then they come over here, build up the limes, and then come back and build the limes here, possibly. This stupid Pelusium is taking absolutely forever to besiege. I think we're going to leave the vanguard completely intact here in the marsh. Unless we want to go to the plain. I just don't want to lose this spot. It's producing a decent amount of food. And did we build the limes here? Can you build them? Yeah, we built up the limes here, which gives an extra... Oh, no, it doesn't. It loses the extra free supply. Huh. Need to pay attention to that. Walls 1 of 1. 112 gets upgraded to 244, but we lose the production. So Epirus is actually blockading these guys here, and I kinda want to go take this plane. But I'm going to wait. The Vanguard is waiting for at least 2 more legions that got separated by sea to come back. So, once the Vanguard fleet has healed up, then it will bring those extra 2 legions down, and then we can blockade this city, which will hopefully deal with those stupid walls. In the meantime, I think we are going to take the Conquest Garrison, and we're going to take a risk. The Conquest Garrison is going to come right over here and bring a whole lot more siege power to this city. Because right now, the structures are resisting it with 17. The leadership defense rating is adding an extra 4. And the siege-resistant defending units is 16. I don't know why the defending units have such a big siege resistance, but I have to imagine it's these guys here. Yeah, these are siege resist 4. Regular units aren't, but they've got 4 large siege engines. Now, is it a building that provides those siege engines? Is it massive walls specifically? Yeah, spotted with heavy siege engines. Significant garrisons always housed in the guard posts and small workshops serve the soldiers. So that must be the main reason here that we can't besiege it easily, is because of those siege engines, which appear to come from the massive walls, though siege workshops probably produce them as well. It doesn't look like these have them. Anyway, so that's going to stay where they're at now. And this marsh area, in 2 more turns, will actually at least produce some food. Oh, wow. Again, the situation's weird. It obviously should have had a farm. Did it have one when we attacked it and the farm was destroyed? Maybe. The bad news is, damn it, we don't have any infrastructure because of these modifiers. The farm shouldn't take much, but I think the food is just more important right now. It says 53 usage from population. I wonder if that takes into account the Vanguard using the food there as well. It probably does. We can actually check that. This says 19 food usage from population, so when Assault 1 ends here next turn, we'll see if that 19 goes up significantly. Hopefully we'll remember to do that. In the meantime, what are we sending the Asia Minor Army back to the capital to chillax, so to speak? Needs a leader, though. Oh, could even build a paved road on its way. Always good to check those. And up in the north, we're still waiting on the cataphracts to join the main Germanic army here before we go after the Luigii. Our Forest Assault 1 is almost... Oh no, it is ready to continue our jaunt into these areas. All right. And up here, we're hoping we don't have any actual major resistance. It's blockaded? Who's blockading us over here? We can't see because we don't have the ports necessary to see. But who are we at war with that could blockade us? Maybe the Luigii guys here, possibly. All right, let's do buildings and move on. With an eye to culture and loyalty. Loyalty's always falling because every new citizen that grows in your city, yeah, it increases productivity a lot, but it also increases unrest. And the biggest cities start getting unrest at 8 a pop. So the oration tribute will help our historical cultural value loyalty weighted. Food bonus of 25% in the Alpine Mountains. Sure. Why not? Why not? Ooh, banks keep coming up, and I gotta keep taking them because money is great. Tavern, loyalty and money. Let's get the Wheelmaker. Wheelmaker doesn't come up very often, and it's a very efficient infrastructure building. Ooh, we are below 100 loyalty. That's my cutoff for really making sure I care about it. Pottery. Do we need pottery in the surrounding area? We're importing pottery to this location. And that suggests that none of these are going to be missing pottery as a bonus good. Well, where are we importing pottery from, I guess is the question. From Rome. So that's actually making us money. So we don't need a potter's workshop. So let's go with a large warehouse. We haven't had a population slot in Genoa in a long time. Kind of want to build the Wheelmaker. But their growth is kind of astonishing. The Wheelmaker would offset. It doesn't look like they need the Wheelmaker, though. They do kind of need the loyalty that comes with the tavern, so let's do that. Because it will benefit from all those money buildings, the commerce buildings. Jewelry shop. Weren't we just looking that maybe luxuries would be necessary because of bonus resources nearby? I think it was this one. Yeah, this is going to need luxury. It would generate an extra 12 money in culture. This one needs luxuries. It would generate an extra 12 money in culture. This one needs luxuries. It would generate an extra 12 money in culture. And it would need silver. So here's an opportunity where we can really check. Is an imported trade good count as a bonus trade good for the adjacent areas? I believe it does. If we build the jewelry shop, it's going to import silver to this area. And then we'll have to check Padus and see. In fact, this region also needs it. The noble district could get... So the jewelry shop here is a fantastic buy. It gives us not just the 35 money, but it gives us a ton of culture and money from those other bonus buildings. So we got to remember to come back to Padus and check and see if the bonus silver is being provided by this jewelry shop, because it's going to trade and import silver. The other thing we need to check is this going down from 19? Is that being reflecting the army that's there? Okay. All that having been done, let's get through this quickly so we don't forget what we're doing, as always seems to be the case. Yeah, we do need loyalty down here. A pleasure house is pretty good for loyalty, and it can be upgraded to a even better option. We don't have a preceptor house here either. Now, Mauchia would be even better, though. Like, it would be so much better. Especially because, hey, there's luxuries here. So let's cycle and look for something better than that pleasure district. Or pleasure house, rather. Now, this is an area providing a bunch of different trade goods with a trade document of 18. Holy cow. Speaking of cow, cattle. Olive oil, glass, horses, wine, perfumes, papyrus, and grain. Seems like there should be more than that, but either way, we could bump this trading Achaemen even higher. Like, is there anything they're not sending resources to at this point? It's also missing so many bonus goods. How do we not have any of these things here in this 3-part region? Like, we have cloth here, right? We don't have cloth? It must be produced next door, though. Yeah, there's cloth here. So, I'm going to say this pleasure district, no. No to that. Because the trade Achaemen bonus is great, but we really need to try to take advantage of any of those bonus resources if we can. And I don't like the health penalty for a city that's so large. Like, their health is already only 45%. Technically, we should be building a health building right now, but we need the loyalty. Oops. You know, we do love that. We love a good Thalassan temple. Area's a little weak on food. But we're going to build the wheelmaker right now. So this area here, as part of Anatolia, doesn't... Not really sure what to do with this. When in doubt, build loyalty. It's always going to be needed later. Thalassan Temple or a commercial port. I don't think this is not focused on money. So the Thalassan Temple it is. Chios. A weaver shop would be good. I don't know how Chios got specialized to money. It's not actually adjacent to anything. Taking my jacket off here. Alright. Oh, so many Goram buildings. Huh. All right, that's it. So we got two things to check on the next turn. We got Podis, and we've got that moved army. See if it went less than 19. I actually didn't see if the jewelry shop was going to take one turn. We might have to wait multiple turns. All right, while this is going, I'm going to go help that poor cat that's stuck outside in the beautiful weather. Ooh, Germanic Independent. This we expected, but it still could be bad. Oh, okay. Nope, it's not going to be bad. There's a little more power than I was expecting, but it's still going to be crushed, it looks like. See if we can see where that army goes. See, it just disappears. It's no longer there. But it's going to pop up again later. It kind of just disperses and you can't see, and then it comes back. In one of these, you know, woody areas. All right, be right back. Grabbing the cat while this processes. Alright, that's taken care of. Now, let's check those two things to see if we can learn a little bit more about the game system. That means sell some manpower, and this means this. Alright, did this finish the jewelry shop? No, it's got one more turn, so we'll have to check that back. But, does this have... Okay. So it looks like this never accounts for the army that's stationed on top of it. However, I believe the army can be fed from both the province it's in and the two surrounding and the adjacent provinces, is what I should say. Well, plus we know that there's a... How did we lose this? Sorry. There's also a Roman camp here, which gives an extra free supply per turn. Whoa! Iranian rebels conquered the capital of Parthia? And apparently they got it right back in the same turn, but still... Well, it said there was a seat of power for Parthia. Does that mean it was the capital, or was it a regional capital? I don't know. No, it's the main capital of Parthia. Damn, they had a big rebellion there going on. They dropped down to a monarchy. So that's what happened. They got decadent and dropped down to a monarchy. Maybe that's what this Saka group is? Or they have already been there. I don't know. All right. So now the siege will be quick. That's still a relative number. The real question, how is there now 170 in power here? There didn't used to be. It doesn't look like anything's changed. Did the fleet join it? I don't understand. How did there used to be 100? The number keeps jumping around. That's kind of bizarre. All right, how's this fleet doing over here? They are mostly back. I don't want to risk it yet. The Egyptian fleet, though, appears... I mean, it doesn't look like that's the main fleet. You know what? I think we got him on the ropes. I think we got to go down here and start finishing this right now. Which is going to mean Assault 1 should go out onto the hills here and start the next part of the conquest. We have a 2-1 general, which really should be what our assault leader is. Although I kind of like that 1-1. Well, it's, the strategist. Oh, it's only a defense bonus. That's right. I liked the flanker is better, and we're already using the flanker here on Assault 1, so that's okay. So we changed the vanguard. We could start working towards the interior here. We're going to need that province anyway. But the idea being, we so far haven't seen any large forces from the Egyptians. I don't think they can muster them right now. I think we can just start stomping around there and then demand whatever peace we want. Yeah, we got a couple of good generals. All right. Meanwhile, this army just marched over here to build some roads. It's going to come back and join the garrison. This is actually also going to merge with the reserve army. So everybody's chilling in Rome in case they need backup. All right, finally, we have some Rete cavalry that we don't actually need, but the Germanic army is now fully stocked and ready to go after these Luigii. Now, I built an extra 2 Gothic heavy infantry. That was to replace these 2 heavy infantry down here in the forest army. They'll catch up eventually. Alright, meanwhile, this area here, finally no longer in, like, horrible, deadly concern about being disloyal, because I think we built the Noble District, which bounced it back up above water. Alright, I think we've moved all our forces that we want to move around. I mean, we've got a mountain army here, which can't actually go any further in terms of attacking. But there's no mountains down here to fight in. Desert. There's a hill, technically. But what I think we'll do is keep the mountain army up in this general area in case there's a revolt or something. We can put it here. And the Aegean Defense Fleet can come down to assist, just in case, the Vanguard, who is a little bit weakened from previous fighting. All right, let's do buildings and get to the next turn. A fortress seems like a good idea if we ever have to go to war with Epirus. The alternative is extra loyalty here, or... yeah. Fortress doesn't even take a slot, so we'll upgrade the limes there. Seems like we should have already had a harbor there. This place is food focused and doesn't even have a farm. That seems wrong. I'm just picking green buildings if they... wait a minute. Where's the other one we were just looking at? Oh, a Thalassan temple. Yeah. Trying to keep that decadence under control. All I can do is avoid getting us knocked down a tier so far. We have plenty of money. We're not even in a golden age. This is a capital. It should have a barracks. I'm getting a bunch of preceptor houses in the new areas that we took in the last, I don't know, 30 years. Maybe 40 years. This is a hill area, so we're not going to get that. This is a capital. Provincial capital, but a capital nonetheless. This doesn't have much, does it? It does kind of need loyalty, but I don't know that I want it at the expense of decadence. Oh, we just recently made this province. We haven't really specialized anything here. And we're not gonna. We're just gonna click balanced, and we're gonna tell this to build culture and see what happens. We only need one of these places that can pump out the heavy infantry, and we made it this place. So anything that's in Gothia we're ignoring, and letting the AI deal with it and see what happens. Ooh, a street parlor. Once I saw that was already at 5,000 culture, I thought, meh, what's a street parlor going to do? It's going to take it forever to get to 15,000. Yeah, we do need more culture just to keep us up on the CDR chart. Yeah, that seems to be the way to go. Does this need a circus? No. Irrigation system is what we'll take. Sacred estate for a little bit of loyalty and culture. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll hold out for the Thalassan temple. Try to get that lower decadence, if we can. Ooh, what's that silver building? Palace Guard Extension 1. Huh. It's an ensemble of buildings unique to your nation. They provide very strong contingents to repel any outside assaults. This is the last best defender of the Italic Peninsula if something horrifying were to happen. Revolt risk decreased because they're kingmakers. So it's going to cost us some money, but legacy is good. I think we got to take it. Ugh. Let's find better loyalty. A noble gardens, that's an absolute farg ton of culture. That's amazing. And I need loyalty, but damn, I'll get it next time, I guess. Tribunals are fantastic. Here we cycled last time because we couldn't find what we were looking for. And I think it was a warehouse. A delicacy shop is only missing dates. That's a pretty good bick too, but I think we still want to wait for the warehouse. Here we cycled last time because we were looking for something that gave us culture, I believe. Or loyalty. Loyalty would be very good right about now. I mean, this is 83 with a Freedman bonus. I think we have to cycle for culture. As much as I'd prefer just to get... cycle for loyalty. Damn it. Scriptorum is pretty good. We'll get roads later. This is Gothic. We're ignoring, so we're done. So let's go to the next turn. See what happens down here. This is where all the action is happening. Interesting. YouTube suggests 9500 bit rate. Perhaps I will lower the resolution in the future to 1080. My native resolution is 1440p, but I don't think I need to stream at that resolution. So we have a small battle here, which was just the urban militia, it looks like. Ooh, that's nothing. See, now it says 30. It said 170. How did it go down to 30? That's bizarre. The problem with these expressions of combat power is that they only really express that much combat power if everybody gets to fight. Britone wants an alliance? Sure, why not? No. Free some slaves. Yeah, you know I like freeing slaves. So, now's the time. We finished the jewelry shop. So, does Pottus now have silver? Because this region is importing silver. There it is. Nope, that's marble. There's the silver. So, does Pottus... Yes, Pottus is now satisfied. It's okay, so importing a trade good does satisfy the bonuses of the adjacent areas. Good to know. Madera is in unrest. Weeks of trouble. We just barely took that. And we're building a theater. Well, it's under pacification, so it'll get better. So these people here, the Lugii army, 1, 2. They don't even have enough to fill the plain. But if I attack them, they will be able to fill the walls. I don't want to take that chance, so we're just going to continue our besieging situation. If they want to come out and attack us in the plain, they'll die. Okay. What else is going on? We took this region from Egypt. Good job. Build a Roman camp. This is really good. So, what happened to the... Did they get starved out in a single turn? Let me see what this says. A battle has been fought in the delta between Rome and Ptolemaic Egypt. While besieging, Rome made a breach, but the city's still resisting. While besieging, we inflicted a lot of casualties against the defender. So I guess that's what is being represented by this number going down. Because we're finally blockading them well. See, the siege-resistive structures went down by 3 specifically because the harbor no longer contributes its siege resistance when there's a blockade happening. All right. Let's see. So where do we go from here? I don't know. Do we want to try breaching this? Yeah, it's only urban militia, right? Even if they have walls, they're not going to stop the Vanguard. All right, let's take these two guys, split them off, tell them to go merge with the Vanguard. Hopefully they don't get hit by some other force while that's happening. Do we just continue our charge across here? Here's the first big Egyptian army we've seen in a while. We crushed one a couple of years ago. Absolutely crushed one that was up here, if I remember correctly, because they had no skirmishers. Here they've got at least the light cavalry count as support units. These two count as support units. But then they still have no other support. They have a total of 6 support units, and we're fighting on the plains. That's not going to be enough. They're not even great support units. The skirmishers are the only ones that'll actually do the ranged attack, I think. Will the light cavalry even do ranged attack? Yeah, they do have a ranged attack 6. This army doesn't have any skirmishers. Okay, well, let's let them come to us. Let's not be hasty. I think we'll be okay. This is about to fall, which will free up these 2 armies. Actually, you know what? Assault 2 doesn't have a leader. What the hell are they thinking? Assault 2 can move on. Because Conquest Garrison's got this. Now that those ballistas have been taken care of. Okay, that's all well and good. Let's speed through this. Let's do buildings. Market here does seem to make sense. You know, at some point, I think if I think I've got the game, what I'm going to do is just put all the provinces on balanced buildings and balanced population, and then just hit end turn, end turn, end turn, and we'll get to the... We'll do military and stuff, but I think we've done a pretty good job balancing all this stuff. Smokehouse, eh? Kind of do want that culture. But this region depends upon this, or this province depends upon them for infrastructure. I mean, yeah, Oration Tribute. I can't believe we don't have it already here, but that's good. Paved roads or a pleasure mansion. Let's get the paved roads. We don't have a builder's hall here. That's probably part of our problem. Infrastructure actually has been fixed there. Here we were trying to get the builder's hall as the main option. No, brickwork or something else. We were looking for a better option for loyalty, I think. So let's keep looking. This doesn't really matter. Have a warehouse. Doesn't even have palisade yet. Unacceptable. Oh, I'm not supposed to be picking buildings for this. That's right. Gothica is... One was there that was not Gothica. Cisalpania does need loyalty. I guess we'll take the gambling arena. Okay, that's done. Let's go to the next turn. And then we'll see how the Gothica areas are building. Now, I don't know if they're actually building or not. It's an open question at the moment. I mean, you can set the province and say, do these buildings, but I didn't actually see it doing them. Now, we are attacking, apparently, which is good, because we've got a better attacking general. Unfortunately, they have a better defending general, who appears to be a strategist. They have a lot more units, but I think we're still got this one in the bag. We'll slow this down. There, they had no skirmishers that were fighting, so we didn't get exhausted at all. Their one guy got tired. So this is going to be good, but I think we're going to see them being exhausted here at some point. They have no support, so they're going to get crushed. Even though we keep rolling exactly the same number. Yep. Get out of here. Oh, we lost 2 cavalry. I didn't notice that. I have to go check out what that cavalry was that we're missing now and send it over. Running the AI. The buildings are just not enjoyable, right? To watch? It's got to be the case. So we lost some light cavalry there. Can we rebuild it here? Yeah. They've got the stores. Doesn't have to be great light cavalry. Oh, and the siege is over. Fantastic. So the conquest garrison is now free to move to the next stage, and these guys are free to move to the next stage. At this point, I think we're just going to start stomping along. Here's another objective of ours to try to take. What's the situation vis-a-vis legacy now? Ptolemaic Egypt is down to 100. Very good. Very good. Epirus is still less than 3 times behind us. We still need to get a little bit more to beat them, but I think we're fine. We're on a good trajectory now. So I think I might call this done. I don't think we can be stopped at this point. We haven't had any revolution. We've been able to be completely stable in terms of the decadence situation. We even went up recently. Like, if we just continue this war and take Aegyptus Inferior and Aegyptus Major, that's going to just launch our legacy up to, I don't know, 675 or something. And then it's just a waiting game until we outpace the second place player. So I'm going to call it there, and we'll start a new stream with a new game. One that's a little bit less boring, I think. We'll probably do I've been thinking about it, and I think we're going to do Unity of Command 2. It's a more pure war game. There's more drama involved. There's more interesting strategy to evoke. It also goes back to World War II. I know a lot of the people that follow the channel are World War II fans because they liked Hearts of Iron and the videos I put together for that a while ago. So I think that's what we're going to do. Thanks for watching. We're going to conclude the Veni, Vidi, Vici series right here. Have a good one, and we'll stream a new game next.